We're here with Ohio State linebacker Tommy Eichenberg, soon to be NFL linebacker. Tommy, fantastic career at Ohio State. Played with a bunch of dudes, but it started with you in the middle, being the brains of the operation. Explain to me what your role was in terms of being a leader on that unit and the guys you played with, and how that you feel like that leadership role transfers to what you're going to be doing once you get to the NFL.
Yeah, I was lucky, to have Coach Knowles as a defensive coordinator, and he allowed me to, have a lot of responsibility, calling the defense out there, and so, if I did have to make checks, I was the one making them, and getting guys lined up, and just making sure like everyone's on the same page, and that's something that like I love doing, making sure like my DBs were all right with the call that we're in, and making sure everyone was on the same page.
Now, you're soft-spoken here. I would imagine if people aren't doing what they're supposed to do, you're getting after them?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So I want you to focus that energy and put it towards Rick.
Okay.
Because he needs someone to get after him.
All right.
Okay. You grew up with a brother that's playing in the league, Liam. And I grew up with a brother that was a pretty good football player at Ohio State.
Yeah.
How competitive growing up were you and your brother? And how many mental toughness challenges did you guys put each other through? Yeah,
I mean, like our whole childhood was really just me and him competing in whatever. Growing up, like he was always like way bigger than me. Like he still is. He's 3 years older than me, and he's way bigger, and he's still way bigger than me today. But the things I could get him on was like we were playing some video games or something that didn't involve size against him. Even though like I didn't back down or anything, but like if I could definitely get him in those things. So
how close was he going to Ohio State? Why Notre Dame over Ohio State?
Yeah, I think he was, again, like when he committed, I was really young. I was probably I don't even know, but I was really, really young. So I don't remember, what the determining factors was, but I just know that he loved Notre Dame. Like he loved the coaches that he was with, and I don't think he regrets it at all. So,
how surprised were you? Just because I know we talked a little bit right after the season, but a lot of your teammates that were very good came back for another year, and how powerful are the Buckeyes going to be next year?
Yeah, they're going to be, really, really good. And I was so happy to see, all those guys come back, especially on the defense too, because I know that, we call ourselves the Mud Dogs, right? From the Water Boy, that's what they called. And so like we kind of like build an identity of like who we wanted to be and like the standards that we wanted to live up to, and the standards of like great players like your brother that played there and the great defenses. And I'm glad that they want to keep upholding that standard. So
I know you were banged up a little bit during the season, and where's your health right now coming into the combine?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm just around 100%, so I feel good now.
Let me ask you about some of your teammates on the defensive side of the ball, because when I watch you, a lot of times my eyes go to Michael Hall Jr. in front of you.
Yeah.
And for someone that size to be as twitchy as he is,
right.
Can you talk about just playing behind him and watching the explosiveness and how much trouble he gives interior offensive linemen? Because it seems like at least 2 or 3 or 4 times a day he's just swimming them through the A gap and creating all sorts of havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, he did that a lot, and he made a ton of plays, and he made my job a lot easier, really, because he's taking up one. He's making all these linemen miss, and they're trying to double team him, and he's taking up blocks for me. But another guy asked me, like, was that surprising to see, like, on the field? I'm like, no, like, he did that every single day in practice.
Right.
Like, he practiced really, really hard, and I know that, whatever team gets him is going to be really lucky. So,
take us a little bit behind the scenes. I know you're going through all these interviews at night, and what specifically are they trying to dig on you, try to find out about you the most?
I would say there's a couple of things, but one of the things like we always talk about is maybe their defense and how I fit in with their type of defense, and if I would want to be the guy like with the green dot calling the plays, and I'm like, absolutely, that'd be awesome. and it's been awesome so far.
So is there specific defenses that are seeing you in different roles, or does everybody put you right in the middle and just let you go?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure yet. I think, I got to meet some more with some teams and, see whatever they want me to play. But I always tell them, like, I'll play whatever you guys want me to do. Like, I love football. Just, let me get on the field. So,
let me ask you about some of the guys that you've seen in practice over the years. And I'll start with this. We talked to CJ last year, and we talked to Garrett Wilson last year, and both of them to a person said that Jackson Smith-Njigba was probably the best wide receiver during their era. You've seen Garrett, you've seen Jackson Smith-Njigba, you've seen Igbuka, you've seen Marvin Harrison Jr. Any of those guys stick out, I'll ask you, more than the others, just in terms of things you've seen either in practice or the game that you couldn't believe that actually happened in real life?
I thought, like, all those guys were, like, amazing, like, very, very elite players. And I was lucky to just, be able to, be on their team. And a guy like Marvin was really good because, like, his work ethic. And I know people might hear about it, but, like, it was true. Like, if you ever walked into the Woody, like, he was catching balls. And, like, I think some people think that, like, he's naturally talented, which he is, but, like, he works. Like, he's one of the hardest workers. And I think that's, like, a really good trait to have.
Is it fair, and I'm going to ask you a tough question here, because, and they asked my brother this, because I just talked to my brother about this, is that if they use the term old school Mike linebacker.
Yeah.
And my brother says I may be old school, but no one's ever going to beat me to the sideline, you know? So,
yeah.
And when I watch your tape, I see the exact same things on tape, that everybody tried to pick holes in his game.
Yeah.
And I guess when people are doing that, how do you respond to that?
I mean, I kind of like it.
He feels like a blue-collar, like, punch-you-in-the-mouth type of player.
Well, Ohio State, what do you want?
I really kind of liked it. I still like it to this day, really, because it's kind of it's really cool because, I mean, it kind of puts a chip on your shoulder, too. Like, people don't think, people think of you differently than you think of yourself. It's like, it's really cool. I mean, I like that term. So,
all right, one last question. We'll let you get out of here. This is a pretty easy one. Who is your football GOAT?
Ray Nitschke.
Oh my gosh, he went way back.
Yeah,
that's old school. Did you ever see him play, Rick?
Oh my God, I wasn't even born yet. Ray Nitschke.
Yeah, Ray Nitschke.
He didn't have any teeth.
No, he did not.
All right. Tommy Eichenberg, Ohio State linebacker, soon to be NFL linebacker. Tommy, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this week. Good luck next year in the NFL.
Yeah, thank you.